1. The Lookthrough effect. This is the clip that we see through the text. Search for text and drag it to the timeline. Trim it to the same length as your clip. And enter the word that you want to use. Choose an appropriate font. You can best choose one that has enough thickness. Make sure to scale up the font using the title's size. Don't scale it up using the clip's zoom, as this will affect the quality. So always use this tool to scale text. Place the text below the video clip. While standing on the text, change its composite mode to alpha. While standing on the clip, make sure its composite mode is on foreground. Now we can see the video clip through the text. You can optionally place another clip underneath this text. I'm gonna do that with this clip. Make sure that the new clip's composite mode is on normal. Drag the text and current video clip one layer upwards to position the new clip underneath. Now we have this effect. It doesn't look very appealing. That brings us by text effect to outlines. I'm going to continue from where we ended. You can do it yourself on a new clip as well. Drag the text and the masked clip one layer higher. Then copy the text and place it underneath. Make sure that the composite mode is on normal. Now add a stroke to the lowest text layer. As you can see, we created the outlines. We can even add another thing to it. This brings us by 3. Shadow. To add shadow, you only need to adjust the offset. Like this, you can easily determine the position of the shadow. If you want to soften it, you can add some blur. And here you go, the shadow. I redesigned it a little bit to have this result. 4. I will learn you how to add text like this. This is the original clip. We want to add the text in this area. Go to Fusion. Make sure that the inspector and effects are toggled on. Search in the effects for Planner Tracker. Drag it to the center. There are some parts in the video where the ground is moving. The text needs to be placed in this area. DaVinci needs to analyze how this part is moving. That's why we need to add tracking points. This part is relatively small. The more information DaVinci has, the better the tracking will work. That's why I'm going to track this area. It's important that the smaller area is included in the bigger area. Add the tracking points on the corners like this to indicate that this is the area that needs to be analyzed. If it looks like this, everything is good. It's important to click on Set to make everything ready to track. If there are frames before, you need to track back. Now we created keyframes. If there are frames after the frame where you added the first tracking points, then make sure that you stand on this frame with the red timeline indicator and track forward. Now it's ready. We're going to add the text now. Search for text in the effects and add this node. Drag the output to Planner Tracker. Let's type bus. No worries, it's normal that the text is not visible yet. Click on Planner Tracker 1 and change the operation mode to Corner Pin. This makes your text visible. If you don't or barely see it, don't worry. That means that the font size is small. We'll fix that later. This is our text node. Make sure that you stand on the planner tracker. Now, it's important to move the points to the part where we want the text. The text is in a good perspective now. The text follows the tracking pattern as it's connected to the planner tracker. Let's change the look of the text. You can change the size here. Let's take 0.8. I'm going to give it the same color as the bus. Pick a screen color and click. Let's make it a little bit transparent. Go to shading, and here can you do that. If you want to change the blending mode, go to planner tracker, corner pin, apply mode. Click on a mode like multiply to see the result. But I'm going to stick to the opacity only. Let's see what it gives. This is the result. After this tutorial, you'll be able to create glowing animated lines like these. It's all the same principle. I will show you how to do it on this clip. The first thing we'll do is add an adjustment clip. Place it on top of the original clip and trim it to the same length. Now go to the Fusion tab. Here we have a media in. That is the original clip. And a media out. That's where you see the original clip together with the added effects. Make sure that you see the media out window to see what you're doing. Toggle on the clips to see on which clip you're working. We're going to add the glowing line on the adjustment clip, so make sure that this is selected. Now search for a merge node and drag it between media in and media out. Then search for a background node and drop it in the area. Make the alpha channel of the background 0. Now search for a paint node and drop it in the area as well. Connect the background to the paint node and the paint node to the merge node. Make sure that you're standing on the paint node. And now we're going to draw the line. We're going to create a spline. It's important to create your first anchor point where you want to start the animation. Select the spline tool here. If your object or part of the object has curves in its shape, keep your mouse clicked in and drag together to give your anchor points handles. Release and do it again. Create your spline like this. If your object is something like a square, the handles aren't needed. But for these curves, they are needed. Just go around your object. Once you're done, you can drag the handles to fine-tune. It doesn't need to be perfect yet at this moment. But I'm gonna be honest, this looks decent. Now release the paint node from the merge node. Search for glow and drop it in the area. Connect the paint node to the glow node and the glow node to the merge node. Let's design the look of the line now. Click on the paint node. Here we can choose the color of the line. Let's give it the same color as the sky. In the brush controls, you can adjust the size and the softness. It looks already good like this. When you click on the glow node, you can adjust the glow settings in the inspector as well. You can adjust the glow size, the glow and some more things. When your line is designed, you can fine-tune the spline to make it perfect. Once it looks good, we are going to animate the spline. Place your red time indicator on the frame where you want to start the animation. On the paint node, you can see stroke controls. Here you have to search for the right on effect. If you adjust these, you can see that the line starts to move. We are going to add our first keyframe like this. From now on, you can animate it how you'd like to. Let's go a few frames further and make the line completely visible right here. Then again a few frames further and let's make the line disappear here. Now we have this, and our animation starts here. You can trim the adjustment clip right before the animation starts. And now you can make the animation come in earlier or later by moving the adjustment clip. That's it. Now you're able to create glowing animated lines on a static object. 6. Someone asked me if I could make a tutorial on this freeze frame fashion effect. So I'm gonna do it together with you. I recorded 3 clips. These are the clips. I jump in each one, but with other clothes. So here I have the blue shirt and the brown t-shirt, and then in this clip I changed the t-shirt. And then here in the third clip I changed the shirt. So when you record, it's important that you're standing in the same position. What I'm gonna do now is trim the clips. So let's start here and let's take this one. Here I'm at my highest point and let's drag that. Now on this one we need to have one frame. So let's choose a frame that has the same height as here, as this frame here. Yeah, this is a good height, I think. Let's play it to see if it's fluent. Yeah, that looks great. So for this we only need one frame, so let's trim it. Now I just have the frame that I'm going to use, and let's freeze this. Like this. Alright. And now for the third clip, that's here. Let's take a frame where I'm in the similar height as well. So that's here probably. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe here is a little bit too high. Here I'm coming up, and from here I'm going down. That looks better. Okay. So now we have this. Alright, the first thing we want is that this shirt comes in. So it needs to come in. From here already. So here it needs to come in. So this frame needs to be a little bit longer as well. We're going to make this freeze as well. So this needs to go here. Like this. Okay. So this is it. I'm going to give it one color because it's one clip. Let's make it orange. Alright, so what's needed now is that this t-shirt, it needs to come in already. So what we're gonna do is just expand this. Let's make it even bigger. Yeah, that's alright. Okay, so we're gonna make this come in. So on this part here, this here, we're gonna make the short come in. So what we need to do here is just cut out the short. So I'm gonna show you how we will do that. It's pretty easy. Let's go to the color grading. And here is the frame that is freezed. So let's make a new node and make sure to add the alpha output and connect it. So here, let's see what changes. The t-shirt. So we need to swap the t-shirt. So this green t-shirt will need to come in. Okay. I thought it were the shorts, but it's the t-shirt. Okay, let's go to here, and now we will mask out the, no, not the short, I'm always with the short in my head, but the t-shirt. Alright, let's mask this out. Make sure every pixel is a t-shirt. Yeah, this is a t-shirt as well. Just drag it. Look, now for this we need the control key. Alright, as you can see, the t-shirt is cut out here. So if I turn this layer off, we will have this. You see? So what we need to do now is animate this. Let's go to the last frame. Look, this whole thing is one frame, so we will have to add a keyframe here, the position, and then let's let it come in from here. And now, oh, it's here. Now it will come in. Yeah, that is cool. I'm becoming happy from this. Okay. Look how cool. Okay, that's insane. It works very great. And what do we need to do now? The trouser part. Okay. So basically we have to do the same thing right now. So the short. Yeah, what are we gonna do here? This is the thing that needs to come in. So we're gonna drag this above. Yeah, this can go down the sides. Wait a second. I'm gonna make this a little bit longer, I think. Yeah, then we have more time. Okay. This is a frame and this is a frame. That looks similar. So we're gonna make a cut again. And then this is what we're gonna freeze. Now expand it. Okay. Okay, so on this part here, we're gonna cut out the trouser, the short. Let's cut out the short. So again, the same thing. Let's add a node, the alpha output, drag it, go to this tab here, and then with the pen tool, we're going to mask this out. I have something difficult right here. But I won't include that. No, that's not needed to include. It gets so quick that it probably won't be visible. Maybe I want this more under. No, it's okay, it's okay. Alright, so now we have the trousers. Let's cut it out. So let's see if I turn it off. Yeah. Okay. So this is our last frame. Okay. Let's see what it gives. Position here, position here. Okay, I will have to move this a little. Alright. Okay, let's make this shorter, you know. This part is just too long. You see, no one notices that this thing right here isn't there. So now we have this. Oh, but I will like it more if it comes from the other side. Let's add a little bit of creativity. Okay. I think it's even still too long. No, that is too short. Alright, I'm becoming a little bit perfectionistic, but you get the point. This from further away. Okay, what we're gonna do now is... I'm thinking... Let's add some blur. Gaussian blur. I'm gonna do it with Gaussian blur. Yes. So yeah, this just gives some blur inside the t-shirt. Maybe, yeah, you can do it, but to be honest, I don't think I like it. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I'm more satisfied with this. So I think we have it. This is the freeze frame fashion effect. Shout out to the person who requested this. 7. Removing green screens. This is our original clip, and this is our background. Let's position the background under the green screen clip. Go to the color grading. Right mouse click in the area and add an alpha output. Create a new node and name it Remove Green Screen. Connect this node to the alpha output. Now we can add transparent parts in this clip. Go to the qualifier tab and select the green screen. Now we can only see the green parts. This green color needs to be flat and solid. Here we can see some darker greens. To fix that, you can extend the selected colors in the hue, and optionally in the saturation and luminance. All greens of the green screen needs to be in the selected range, without any object pixels. Now the greens are as flat and solid as possible. Parts that differ only a little bit will barely be noticeable in our final result. So don't worry too much about that. If needed, you can test some tools in the matte finesse to fine-tune the range. Once the green color looks as flat and solid as possible, invert the range. Now we have this result. Bonus tip: if there are still greens visible on the edges or reflections of the product, you can desaturate these greens in the hue versus set. Select them and desaturate them. You can always modify the selected range. Another thing that you can do is select these greens in hue versus hue and change these green colors to the object's color. All you need to do now is fine-tune the normal color grading. So let's make the product brighter. This is our final result. 8. Dehancer. This is a plugin that extends the functions of your color grading. All you need to do is just drag and drop the plugin once installed. Dehancer focuses on that you can give your digital footage the same look and feel as analog footage. With Dehancer, you get a lot of extra functions, like grain, elation, bloom, a lot of extra sliders to grade, and much more. This plugin is available for DaVinci Resolve. There is a Pro package including all functions. Then you have a Lite package as well, which includes less functions but is a little cheaper, and you can purchase separate effects as well. Apart from DaVinci Resolve, there are also plugins for Final Cut Pro, Adobe software, and it is even available for photo software. They have other products as well, like a mobile video editor for iPhone and iPad with the same effects as a desktop plugin. You can check out every product on their website, and I have a deal for you. You can use the promo code TIM20 for 10% off. This works for every desktop plugin. 9. Dolly Zoom. This is the original clip. Let's create a zoom in first. Go to the start, select a clip, and add a keyframe on the zoom. If we go to the end and then one frame back, we're on the last frame. Increase the zoom there slightly. The keyframe will be created automatically. Now we have the zoom in already. Hold the Alt or Option key to select the clip only. Duplicate this clip by dragging it upwards while holding the same key. Reset the zoom while the upper clip is selected. Turn off Video Layer 1 and go to the color grading. Right mouse click on the node, add node, and add a serial node. Right mouse click in the area and add an alpha output. Connect the second node to the alpha output. This video consists of two parts, everything under the horizon line and the sky. Make sure you're standing on the window tab. We will only make the sky visible now. Let's do it here by using the rectangle tool. Make sure that the bottom line of the mask is on a place where the pixels are similar on the outside and inside edge. This can be the sky or in this case the horizon. It's also important that the mask has a little softness. Go to the Edit tab again. This is the part that we have just masked out. Instead of a zoom in, we are going to add a zoom out here. While the clip on video layer 2 is selected, go to zoom. Increase the value slightly at the start and add a keyframe. Go to the last frame and make the zoom 1. Now we have two keyframes and the sky zooms out. If we enable video layer 1, you can see that we have created the effect. Then, Kaleidoscope. This is the original clip. Search for mirror in the open effects. Drag it to the clip. Select the clip and go to Effects. Put the mirror placement on Kaleidoscope. Now increase the center size to your favor. We have this effect now. Go to the start of the clip. Place a keyframe on the angle. Go to the end of the clip and move the angle a little bit. Everything that we see while adjusting the angle will be visible in the animation. And like this we create a rotating kaleidoscope.